All right, everybody. Welcome to Luna Fires, episode 129. Hey, great to have you here for a few minutes. Welcome. We're actually here in headquarter offices in Modesto. So, Instagram, welcome. YouTube, welcome. And Facebook, welcome today. Hey, we're going to be talking, okay? I'm going to be sharing the 6 stupid advice that you need to avoid. And you heard it right. So as I'm sharing it with you, go ahead and just let me know what are your thoughts, your comments down below, precisely because I've heard them. And I got to give you a disclaimer. Even in the past with my low level consciousness, I've even been guilty of saying some of those myself. So, hey, being completely transparent out there so that we can all be in the same page, right? So 6 stupid advice that you need to avoid, and I'll give you reasons, obviously, why. So pay very close attention. Number one, good things come to those who wait. Have you heard that? Number one, stupid advice that you need to avoid. Good things come to those who wait. Can you kid me? I mean, are you freaking kidding me that, if you wait, good things will come? In other words, when people suggest or advise that, hey, you know what, good things come to those who wait. No, not really. I can tell you straight out. Why? Because if you're waiting and you just think that they'll just come by waiting, no, you got to take action. And you got to obviously take not only any action, you got to know exactly what type of action as well as what type of mindset do you need to adopt. And I'll give you an example. A lot of people that work 40, 50 years out of their life, they wait a long time to, for a lot of great things to, come to their way. And oftentimes when they, basically reach to the end of their lifetime, guess what? They don't have what they thought that they were going to be able to get. So it's not on the waiting, and it's not that it's going to come. Okay, so, just pay attention to those things, because I don't believe that you got to wait and then things will just come. No, you got to intentionally, I've said it, be patient, but be intensive. So be intentional about being patient. Being patient doesn't mean you're just going to be on waiting mode, that you're just going to be, and the good things are going to pop or going to come in your way. It doesn't work that way. In other words, be patient, but be intensive. Put the action, put the effort, with the right mindset. Second thing that you need to avoid, follow your heart. In real estate, I'll tell you this much. If you follow your heart, that means you're going to fall in love with the property. And if you fall in love with the property, guess what? Many people that fall in love with the property, they end up really not paying attention to the numbers. And that's the easiest, fastest way to go broke. And I can tell you this because in my first decade, I was using my heart to buy real estate. The moment I fall in love, the moment I said I'm willing to pay retail or above retail, and it's interesting because when you fall in love, you get blinded basically from the things that are going to hurt you. Even in life, when you probably fall in love with the wrong person. And you probably thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and marry her or marry him, and I'm going to make them change. Once I'm in it, I know I'm going to make them change. It's like saying, buying a property with retail and saying, well, once I'm in it, I'll work it. I'll work around it and see how I'll make it work. I'll make it change so that it works for the best. No, it doesn't work that way. The numbers need to work from the get-go. So don't follow your heart, follow the numbers, especially when you're investing in real estate. Do you agree or disagree? Leave me a message down below. Number 3, time heals all wounds. Time heals all wounds. Do you believe that? I don't think it's just time. I think it's time with the right mindset. And if that was to be true, that strictly only time, then why do we need doctors for certain surgeries? And I mean the real doctors that are here to do great things, not just, because on every industry, you're going to see bad and good. Okay. But, I'm talking about the real ones, the ones that are here, not to heal because they're going to heal you, but they're going to help you, to the process. And then time with the right mindset adds to it, and amplifies it and compresses it. All right. Leave me a comment down below if you agree or disagree with that. I don't believe that only time is not only time, but yet people give that advice. Have you heard it? Have you gotten? As a matter of fact, leave me a message down below. What type of advice have you gotten, or stupid advice that you've gotten in the past that straight out that is stupid. Okay. So for instance, the next one, number four, okay, listen to this one. If you work too hard or if you work hard enough, you will achieve anything. I remember being a kid and people telling me that, hey, Raul, if you work hard enough, you're going to achieve anything. I try that. I promise you, I try that. It's not only working hard, but you got to work smart. You got to work with your mind as well. It's not just, if that's true, there's a lot of people that I know that work extremely hard, probably in the construction world there, and nurses and teachers. And guess what? They don't get to achieve anything. Interesting enough. But the reality is that, it's not only just, and then believe me, there's people that are teachers and that are making really good. And then there's people that are nurses that are making really good. But it's not just hard enough. Now, I'm not saying that don't work hard. I'm saying it's got to be combined. Whenever you think that one ingredient alone is going to make the cake, stupid advice. It's not. Just flour is not going to make the cake. You got to put yeast, you got to put sugar, you got to put salt, you got to put water, you got to put a lot of things, right? So people think that one thing can, contribute to the whole aspect of it, and it's not the way it works. Okay, so stupid advice number 5 that you should avoid is the following: everything happens for a reason. Have you heard that? You that's the one that I've heard, even until today. Everything happens for a reason, and I've been guilty of that too. That I've said it. And then, it comes to realization that everybody or most people say everything happens for a reason, but they never tell you the reason. Maybe because they don't want to make you feel bad. But the reason is you should actually go and look at the mirror, and that's the reason. Instead of just accepting that everything happens for a reason, why not making us the question of, hey, what is it? What type of action did I took? Or what type of feelings that I created and actions that I took that created that outcome, that created that circumstance or that situation? How is it that I attracted? Because when it happens, there's, if you're a person with a high level conscious, you're going to take full blown responsibility. I certainly do. Everything that happens to me, or shouldn't say happens to me, everything that happens in my life, it's because one way or the other, I took an action or I was feeling in a certain way combined with action that I attracted it. Period. Bottom line. That is it. Many people don't know how to take responsibility of themselves, and therefore they will never succeed. Bottom line. Okay. So stupid advice number 6 that you need to avoid. All right. Be yourself. Have you heard that one? Be yourself. Believe me, if yourself has not given you what you want, doesn't have the results, doesn't think or is who you want to become, then my question is, why are you still striving to become better then? Why then, if you got to be yourself, then the question is, why are you trying to better yourself or better version of yourself? Why not then say, what, instead of being myself, let me continue to grow, and continue to discover who I can become. And I am of the believer, I'll tell you this much, that you and I will leave this world and we will never get to know our true potential because it's endless, it's limitless. The cap of our potential is until you decide to be yourself. Think about it. Do you agree or disagree? Leave me a message down below. The reality is this. When you say, let me be yourself, or when people tell you the advice of be yourself, then why are you striving to become better? You shouldn't. Just be yourself. That's it. You're done. Finito. Complete, right? The reality is not that. You want to make sure that you are better than yesterday, and today and tomorrow that you can be better than today, and the day after tomorrow that you can be better than tomorrow, and so on and so forth. So become the better version of your soul, but don't be yourself. I know that many people maybe put it into the context of be yourself, don't copy, don't try to be anybody else, or don't try to copy, X person or, or something like that. But the reality is this, the fact of the matter is Don't be yourself. You know, be the best version that you could ever be, and strive to always discover who that is, because that's going to push the limits of the unlimited. And then, hey, I made myself a promise 10 years ago. And the promise is I'm going to personally develop myself at a personal, mental, emotional, spiritual level until I die. Sounds radical, but you know what? Life is here to give it the shape that you decide, right? I'm just sharing, the 6 stupid advices that you need to avoid. At the end is your choice. All I can say is the following: change is inevitable, but personal growth, okay, it's an option. So congratulations for being with me here today. Virtual hug. I'll send you a virtual hug from wherever you are. And always remember that there's always more, that there's always a better way. And truly, at the end, it's really only up to you. See you next time.